So your pepper plants look perfect. It's green, leafy, covered in flowers that promise a huge harvest. But then, nothing. The flowers just fall off. You've tried watering more, you've tried watering less, and the frustration is real. So what's going on? Well, good news is this is a classic gardening problem. But the answer isn't what most people think. While there are a few usual suspects, there's one sneaky mistake that gardeners make the second the plant starts to flower. And I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it so you can turn those flowers into peppers. When flowers drop, it's easy to blame yourself, but often the biggest culprit is the weather. Peppers are absolute divas about temperature. If the temperature's too hot, 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 Celsius, or the nights stay too warm, that plant gets stressed and drops its flowers to save energy. But even if your temperature is perfect, there's another silent killer. Inconsistent watering is a huge stressor. Both overwatering and underwatering can cause the plant to panic and drop its blossoms. They like moist soil, but they hate having wet feet. Then there's pollination. Pepper flowers are self-pollinating, but if they're indoors or in a spot that gets very little or zero air movement, they might need a hand. But what if you check all that and it's still not working? There's a fundamental piece of the puzzle that countless gardeners get wrong. But here's the twist. Even if your watering is perfect and the weather is ideal, there's still one mistake that quietly kills fruit production right when your peppers start to flower. And almost nobody realizes that they're doing it. What's one of the major reasons your pepper plant is not giving off any fruit? It's improper fertilization. More specifically, you are likely giving your plant too much nitrogen right when it starts to flower. This sounds completely backwards, doesn't it? Nitrogen is what makes the plants green and leafy, and that's the exact problem. When pepper plants are covered in flowers, its job is no longer to grow bigger. Its job is to reproduce. If you keep feeding it the high nitrogen fertilizer, you're telling that plant, keep growing leaves. It puts energy into building the factory, not actually starting the assembly line. So how do you flip this switch? It all comes down to three little numbers. On every fertilizer bag, you're going to see three numbers, NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. The N is for nitrogen. It's the leaf maker for vegetative growth. P is for phosphorus, and it's the flower and fruit setter. It's key for flowering and making fruit. K is for potassium, the plant's protector. It manages the overall health and stress of the plant. So when your pepper plant is young, nitrogen is great. But the moment you start to see those flowers, it needs a change entirely. It needs a different signal telling it to stop pushing out leaves and start investing its energy into turning those flowers into fruit. But what fertilizer should you actually be looking for? Great question. Fixing this is fast. Here's your step-by-step guide. Number one, if you see flowers, look at the NPK ratio. The first number, N, if it's the highest, it's totally working against you. Step number two, look for a fertilizer with the nitrogen is lower and the phosphorus and potassium numbers are higher, like a 5-10-10 ratio. This sends the right signal. Step three, for organic, you can add bone meal for the phosphorus or kelp meal for potassium. For synthetic, liquid boom boosters are the fast acting and can actually be used during regular watering. Step 4, follow the package directions. Do not overdo this. A good schedule is to feed with a blossom formula every 2 or 3 weeks once you start seeing the flowers. This one simple change can stop the cycle of flower drop. And once the plant gets the right signal, it responds fast, sometimes within a week. While the nutrients are the key, you cannot ignore the basics. Even the perfect fertilizer cannot fix a plant that's fighting for its life. First, temperature. If the heat wave is coming, provide afternoon shade. This can be a game changer for your pepper plants. As for the sunlight, peppers need at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight to have that energy to make fruit. No sun, no energy, no peppers. Then watering. Stay consistent. Let the top inch of soil dry, then water it deeply. Mulch helps this a lot. And finally, there's pollination. If your plants are in a sheltered spot, give them a gentle shake now and then to actually help the pollen move. Getting these right creates the perfect environment for your new feeding strategy to work. So if you're looking at a pepper plant that's all promise and no production, don't give up. Make sure the plant isn't stressed by heat or inconsistent watering. Then, the moment the flowering starts, change how you feed it. Switch from that high nitrogen fertilizer to a formula that prioritizes phosphorus and potassium. Combine that with the fundamentals, and you can turn that frustration into a huge, huge harvest. Your plant isn't failing. It's following those signals that you're giving it. Change the signal and the plant changes with it. So if this has saved your pepper season, let me know down in the comments, because trust me, I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and if this has been helpful, share this video with a fellow gardener. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips, and click on that bell notification to get notified anytime I put out a new video. And like always, keep it growing.